Hey, what's up, Crypto Army? I'm Travis, your crypto newbie, bringing you my experiences so you don't have to learn things the hard way. Just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. None of my content should be used as financial advice. If you like what my content offers, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and turn on notifications so you get notified whenever I publish new content. It really helps the channel grow and get the information out to other people that might find it interesting as well. You might see that I've got a little bit of an audio sync issue, so I'm going to put the video to the background or make it smaller so that's not obvious. I'm working through some technical issues on the audio sync and it's getting worse, not better. But I did want to get this content out to y'all. Today we're going to cover stablecoins and how you can make a lot of money off of stablecoins just holding on to them. More than you can make on a savings account, and that's what I would consider the comparable action here. Now I'm not going to cover every single stablecoin, but I'll show you a list of a lot of the different stablecoins that are out there as well. Well, what is a stablecoin to begin? So a stablecoin is basically just a cryptocurrency that's pegged to a fiat currency. For example, pegged to the dollar, or pegged to the euro, or pegged to the yen. There's numerous cryptocurrencies out there that are pegged to specific fiat currencies. USDC, for example, is pegged to the US dollar. USDT as well. There are a lot of different cryptocurrencies out there, and they're pegged to a variety of different currencies. China is working on the exact same thing in their country. So that's what a stablecoin is. It's just another cryptocurrency, but it's pegged, so it never changes in value. If you buy one USDC, it's going to be worth $1 US forever. Now, right now, most US banks, because of COVID and all the things that are happening with the COVID virus, are averaging 0.1% interest in returns on your savings account. Now, some of you might have savings accounts that are getting a little bit better, but that's the average, is 0.1% based on some news reporting I read yesterday. I get a little bit higher than that, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that also do, but a lot of banks have got their interest rates down pretty low right now. What about a stablecoin? How can you make money off of a stablecoin just holding onto it, not staking it, just holding it? Well, before I get into the how, what are the interest rates like? Some of the different platforms out there offer up to 14% interest as your returns on stablecoins. That's pretty good, right? I remember days when mutual funds getting 12% was considered great. Now, we obviously get greedier and greedier and everybody likes higher percentage rates, but all you're doing is holding on to essentially dollars, but in crypto form. And I know what you're thinking, it can't be that easy. There's got to be a catch. And there is. It is that easy, but there is a big catch. It's still a cryptocurrency. And even though it's a stable coin pegged to the dollar, you still have risk because it's a crypto. It isn't FDIC insured. If you go to the bank and invest your money and the bank goes under, the federal government's going to insure that money up to a certain amount. I think it's $250,000 the last time I checked. It's not going to do that for crypto. So there's a risk, and it's a big one. You're betting on two different things. One, that the crypto is going to be there, and it's not going to have some kind of issue that prevents it from a rug pull or being hacked or any of the number of things that can happen in the crypto market. And two, is the platform that you're putting your stablecoins going to still be there? So those are two big risks. Arguably, at least one of them is a problem with the bank, but again, you got the FDIC involved whenever something happens with the bank issues. Now, as luck would have it, there's an article that the CoinDesk released yesterday that specifically covers stablecoins. And I've got it up on the screen here. And basically, I'm going to put this link in the description, so don't worry about going and trying to find it. But really what it's saying here is that they're considering the FDIC insuring your stablecoins, which is awesome because that's a pretty big risk. Now you might be saying, well, yeah, but Tether has had a lot of issues in the news recently, since 2018 really, and they've been constantly getting investigated. And now they're looking at Coinbase, and they're looking at some of these other stable coins. And that's true. They're trying to make sure that if they're going to try to insure it, that it's going to be a good stable coin. Which is good. That's good for all of us. But that's really what this article says. It's a great article. I highly recommend you go take a look at it. It's really just in the beginning stages. So this is probably a couple years away at best. I wish it was faster. But we've been talking about the crypto stuff for years. Some of these stablecoins have been around since 2017, 2018 timeframe, and nothing's happened with them. And I can't say with 100% certainty that it's going to happen this year, next year, or the year after. It may take a while, but at least they're looking at it. And this is good for all of us. because 14% on your money, that's not bad. That's really good. So again, I would definitely take a look at this particular article, and it'll walk you through the thought process and some of the concerns. It was a very good article. So what are some platforms that you can get these magical high interest rate returns on your stablecoins? BlockFi, that's the one I've got on the screen here, is one of them. The other one is crypto.com, uHoldler, but that one doesn't work in the US right now. So if you're out of the US, that might be an option for you. And then there's Yedin, YEDN. I'm going to put the links for all of these in the description so you can go track them down if you're interested in them. I'm only going to cover two primary ones here because they're in the US, and that's crypto.com and BlockFi. So those are the two that I'm going to cover as part of this video. But I will put the links to some other big ones in the description as well. So how does this work? The basic principle is you get stablecoin, you put it in one of these platforms, BlockFi, crypto.com, and you agree to store it there for a specified amount of time. Maybe it's 3 months, maybe it's 6 months, maybe it's a year, but you agree to store it in their platform for a specified amount of time. And generally, the longer you agree to, the more returns you're going to get. But you put it in there, and then they use that to essentially lend to other borrowers. And the rate that you get back is less than the rate that they're charging them. They got to make some money too, but you get whatever the dollar percentages that you agreed to, 14%, 12%, 6%, 3%, whatever it happens to be, back in interest, and then they make the difference. And they usually require a certain amount of collateral to be put down with it from the other person. So that kind of protects you from them losing everything if everybody defaults on what they're getting from the platform. But it's not 100%. And that's actually not that much different than how banks do it. Again, you just don't have the FDIC to back you up, and then you get a percentage back. And it's really that easy. So what are some stable coins that are out there? And I brought up CoinGecko to kind of walk through stablecoins. They've actually got a pretty robust list of stablecoins. And again, I'll put this link in the description. But you can see there's Tether, USD coin. Now I don't particularly like Tether. I usually use USD coin. That's my go-to. I think I said in a previous video, when I look at the emblem, I think dollar. I actually thought that this was the government's approach to the US dollar because it really looks like it could be. It'll be interesting to see what emblem the government uses. Anyway, you take it back on this. There's about 66 stable coins listed on this website. There may be more out there, but this is a pretty robust list of, and we'll just scroll down here for a little bit. That way you can kind of see all of them, and you can come check this list out more in depth later on. Some of them are linked to gold standard. Some of them are just linked to regular fiat currency. It's kind of all over the place on what they're linked to. The two big ones all throughout the world, everybody knows, are Tether and USD coin. Those are the two big ones. I recommend USD coin, but everybody's different. You have to do your own research. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but as a non-financial advisor, my recommendation is to go with USD coin. Most platforms out there are going to do your swaps with USD coin or Tether, and that's primarily why I like to do it. That way, if I'm going to use it kind of like a savings account, granted you can't touch certain amounts, so I don't necessarily put all of it in there and lock it in, but I'm able to do the swaps between USD coin, Tether with other cryptos that are out there. So I see that as a plus. But again, my recommendation, USD coin. Do some research on Tether. There's quite a bit of news reporting out there on Tether's particular issues. One of the things with crypto or stablecoin specifically is you give them $100, you get $100 in or 100 USDC, right? Well, they should be able to back up every dollar of USDC that you have and immediately provide you back your cash. If they can't do that, that's when you run into problems. And there's a huge concern with Tether that they might not have the backing to actually pay 100% of their people $1. And that's a problem. That's a big problem. Now, is everybody in the world going to pull all their Tether out at the exact same moment? It's unlikely. Yeah, their market capitalization is $68 billion compared to $32 billion for USD coin. Pretty significant. And look at the nearest competitors, Binance USD, at $13 billion. So there's a lot of people that don't care about the issues with Tether and have no problems investing in it. And again, that's just my recommendation. I prefer USD coin. That's my go-to as well. And generally the rates are about the same for each. And I'm going to show you some examples of that here in a minute as well. Now we've already kind of looked at the BlockFi's main page here. The one thing I wanted to kind of emphasize here, and I'm going to put this link in the description. I have a referral link for BlockFi. You get 10 in Bitcoin just for signing up. It's free money. Just sign up for it and you get 10 in Bitcoin. Now, do you have to keep it for a certain amount of time? There's some stipulations. Yes, there's always some kind of stipulation. BlockFi is pretty good. It's a good platform. When you actually look around, if you haven't been to BlockFi's website, you might like what you see there. And again, you're going to get 10 in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's probably going to go up between now and the end of the year, or however long you have to hold on to it in your wallet. It seems like a pretty good deal. I'm just saying. So now that you've seen this website, and if you haven't signed up for BlockFi, hit the link in the referral. It helps support this channel. If you didn't realize, my camera is a little bit nicer than the last one, even though I've got a more significant audio sync issue. It'll help support the expansion that I'm trying to do with this channel and make it better quality for everybody that's watching. Okay, so that's the referral link for BlockFi. So on BlockFi's website, they've actually got a pretty good tool here. You just got to click the box here and you can see all of the different options they've got. And again, I'm going to go with USDC. And if you put $1,000 for 1 year, it turns into $82.46. That's not too bad. Now, that isn't 14%, right? I agree. BlockFi is going to cap out at 8.25%. No matter what you select, it's always going to be around 8.25%. Where's 14%? Well, let's go take a look at crypto.com. So now this is crypto.com's landing page. I don't have any referral links for crypto.com, so I'm not showing you this for that reason. I just wanted you to get a visual on what their main website looks like. I'm going to put this link in the description. This is where you go for information on how to get that 14.5% on your crypto. I wasn't making that up. That's phenomenal, right? But there's always a catch. So 8.5% for Bitcoin, 8.5% for Ethereum, USDC up to 14%. And let's keep going down. And it'll give you the same kind of calculator, and you can walk through what everything's going to work out to be. But here's really what I wanted to look at. They've got, if you keep scrolling down, they actually have a full list of exactly what percentage. And you're going to notice some of these are not stable coins. Ethereum is not a stable coin. So you can actually lock in your crypto and do the same thing. In many ways, this is kind of like staking. It's a little bit different than staking, but very similar concept. If you're not going to use your Ethereum, why wouldn't you lock it in? If you're not going to use your Bitcoin, if it's just sitting there, and this kind of talks to people that use Robinhood and some of the other trading platforms that are out there, you can make money off your money while your money's making more money. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Now, this isn't for everybody. There's some risk, but if you're already holding on, why wouldn't you? If you have no intentions of selling and you're just waiting for it to go up, kind of seems like a easy way to make some extra money. I'm just saying. And even Shiba Inu's on here. You can make 3% just for holding on to your Shiba Inu. Dogecoin. How many of y'all have Dogecoin in your wallets now? 3%. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, USDC, you're going to see 12%. There are some caveats here. 3 months, flexible, 1 month, and how much? So if you've got $4,000, you can get 12%. If it's $400 or less, it's 10%. Guess what happens if you get to 40,000? 14%. So that's how you get these numbers to where they are. Now Polkadot is the 14.5%, which is pretty good for Polkadot. Maybe we'll see LF0 on here soon. Maybe we'll see SafeMoon and Saitama. Again, if you're not going to do anything with it, you're just holding on for the price to go up, kind of seems like an easy choice. That's crypto.com. It's that simple. Now, when you get into the website, there's no referral link, there's no free anything with crypto.com, but go check it out. I have a crypto.com account. It's actually a pretty good website, and they've got a great app for the phone. It's pretty good. I recommend checking it out. And if you want to earn extra money on your money, this is a good way to do it. Hopefully you found this video helpful. Stablecoins are definitely interesting, and it's kind of easy money, especially if you've got money sitting around in a savings account. It's a great opportunity to make some extra money off of your money that right now savings accounts aren't making it. Hopefully you consider it as a good option and do some research and make a decision for yourself. I am planning on doing a video on Saitama. That's probably going to be my update video for tomorrow. And then I'm also going to look at doing Shiba Inu as a fundamental analysis. Shiba Inu, if you've been following the market's been doing pretty good. Spoiler alert, I didn't rate them very highly. and I still don't, but I'm going to explain that tomorrow during that video. One of the subscribers on my channel made a good observation that I need to market myself better on Twitter. And while I figure out what that means for me, because I'm not a marketing person, I haven't really had to do a lot of marketing in my career. While I figure that out, what I am going to use Twitter for is posting information that I think you might find helpful. If you found some of the articles that I portrayed in this video helpful, go follow me on Twitter. I'm going to start posting some of this content there as well, and then I'll start talking about it in my videos from time to time. But some stuff I'm just not going to talk about in my videos, and I'll put it on Twitter. It depends if it relates to material I'm going to cover. But if you like my material for my videos, I think you'll like what I put on Twitter. So my recommendation, go check it out. You might like it. I've been posting some stuff about LF0, and I've been posting some stuff about Saitama and SafeMoon. Regular updates, and some of that material I am going to cover in a future video. But that's kind of my starting point with Twitter. If you got some recommendations on how to do a better job marketing on Twitter, feel free to leave them in the comments, because I really don't know what I'm supposed to do with Twitter, but I do know that a lot of people use Twitter to market themselves. If you like my content, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on notifications. It really does help the channel grow, and it helps get the information to others that might find it helpful. Till next time, stay strong with those diamond hands.